Here and the governor trying to work on some of those challenges, but Baltimore's had some tough times. Okay, another hit.
How about this? Wow. Little duck store to the right from Mountcastle. Rutschman goes first to third. The Orioles previous 2 years, but a career high on base percentage last season. And Mountcastle slugs the ball deep into left field. Ward is back near the high wall, and this ball is right off the tippy top. Rutschman waved around third by Tony Mansolino. 3 innings. And Mountcastle keeps it fair. Right inside the line at third. Might have even kicked up some chalk. Getting to pitch more regularly. See the numbers against lefties for Mountcastle because he can do that. Take a slider down and in. 4 runs per game. This year, 10.1. Mountcastle drills it to left field. Well, this time the wall will be no match. Anderson at third, the go-ahead run. Here we go. Ground ball left side. It's Witt. It's Witt. It's not caught. A couple of solo home runs aside, he's been tremendous. Mountcastle golfs one deep into left center field. Another long run for Taylor, and this is off the base of the wall. And Mountcastle, after hurt in a collision at the plate against the White Sox, fractured left ankle. Ryan Mountcastle, right center field, and the Orioles are in the hit column a whole lot quicker than they were yesterday. The first time since the 7th inning yesterday. Now Ryan Mountcastle in the air to left field. Reynolds chasing it back. This one's over his head. It's off the wall. Rutschman is going to be waved around third. Sawinski's throw is dropped by Cruz. Got a low pitch there. Somehow drove it through the left side.
And he comes in with only 224 innings at the big league level. So that is not many at all.
Down to third, ricocheted off Devers, and Ryan Mountcastle in the lineup. All Oriole picks. Mountcastle right side. It shoots under the glove of Reyes. O'Hearn's going to try to run on. Really poor control the last couple of innings. Mountcastle shoots one through. Expecting baseball. Buy your tickets at Orioles.com/tickets. There's the first hit for the Orioles. 6 extra base hits in 12 games. Very good start. And a 3-1 pitch here is clobbered. High, deep, and way out of here to left. Scoreless outings individually. Mountcastle fights one off the other way. That falls in.
990, that's the 7th best mark in baseball.
And Ryan Mountcastle makes him pay. Drops one into right field so quickly.
This,
ladies and gentlemen,
that's an amped up homer hose right there.
Ryan Mountcastle, meanwhile, Oker's 10th pitch coming. Drilled left field. That ball will get down. Of course. Ryan Mountcastle. Base hit left center field. The bullpen. 39th pitch of the inning coming. Mountcastle, a little squibber toward the middle. A sliding Massey. Walking an infield hit tonight. First pitch swinging. That sounded good. Center field is belled back. And it's off the top of the wall. And in play, Mountcastle will hold. Jammed him again. Mountcastle muscles it into center field, though. 3-bagger. And again, the Orioles have a runner at third. And Mountcastle will bring him in. Left field, fair ball. Orioles get another run. Mountcastle on his way to second. Missing yesterday with some knee soreness. And Ryan smacks one up the middle of base hit.
Had not thrown a home run in his last 3 starts. Only
Ryan Mountcastle trying to double up. Deep left. He does. Jammed him. Little flare center field. Down for a base hit. And there goes Anthony. Guys is in the American League for such a long time. That ball drilled center field. Mountcastle out toward the wall and gone.
counted, so he's up over 400.
Center field base hit for Mountcastle, who got another fastball. He's 2 for 14 with a home run against Carlos. Mountcastle, high fly ball to the right center. That one's got some carry. That is gone. Right side Mountcastle, a base hit. Rutschman had a hold up for a moment, but the ball is bobbled by Soto.
He's at 92 right now.
Mountcastle takes one the other way. A leadoff base hit for Mountie. Now Mountcastle slashes one the other way. Fraley has it clang off the glove. Mountie to second. Breaks his bat. Shallow center. De La Cruz couldn't get to it.
6 innings in the minor leagues, and at the big league level, only 161 innings pitched in his pro career.
In the air to left from Mountcastle. That ball's into the corner. That ball's going to land in fair territory.
Home run.
Mountcastle to left. High. Deep towards the bullpen. She gone.
Get the Ruben Splash bobblehead. Mountcastle kind of gets jammed and sends that one into left center, and it drops for a hit.
All right, Mountcastle against Ryan Nelson. That ball is crushed down the right field line. Mountcastle with a leadoff hit into the corner. It's played by Grinchick and hit changeups and breaking balls with power to the pull side. Mountcastle to the pull side, fair ball. Smoked inside the line at third. Baby powder, do you think? Another ball slammed by Mountcastle. Up the gap in left center field. It gets by Gurriel. It's up in the corner there. Mountie is going to hot foot around second. He's going to go to third. He is saved.
Like
a mini golf course.
I was thinking maybe afternoon golf.
Mountcastle base hit. Right center field. Ryan now 1 for 24 last 7. And that ball's belted through the left side.
3-2. Floated, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Up the middle, knocked down by DeYoung, but he'll have no play.
Anything like it. You know, 10-year-old teams got to have 4 different uniforms.
That's down the right field line. It's going to land fair for Mountcastle. Hits off the sidewall. Mountcastle's going to try for 2, and he will make it there. He needed a night like tonight. 3 hits. And there is number 4. That's going to go down the left field line.
Mountcastle drives one toward the gap in left center field. This one headed toward the wall as it one hops over the fence.
As a pen in the last 14 games.
Well, that's where they've taken their biggest jump from year to year. How about this?
He keeps it fair. It's down the right field line. Mountcastle, he's going to hold on.
Used to.
Fair ball inside the line. Sheets goes over to get it. Mountcastle's going to try for 2. Today, Mountcastle 6th of them on the year. And he'll shoot this one through the right side. Another hit for Ryan.
And I was like, I like relish better than mustard. I better not.
That's out to right field by Mountcastle. And it's off the top of the high wall. Mountcastle's got himself a double. And look at the dugout. There you go. Opposite field base hit for Ryan Mountcastle. Rutschman scores. Up the middle for a base hit. Well hit up the middle. And Mountcastle.
And that's going to be snagged at second base by Lowe, but he bobbles it, and it's too late.
Ground ball.
The other way goes Mountcastle, and that's a fair ball. And into the corner, Mountcastle digging for 2.
A kid out of high school in the first round, you need him to end up being that guy.
Mountcastle to deep center. Siri is back. He's at the wall, and it's gone.
Plays better against each other.
Mountcastle to center. Siri is back. He's at the wall, and that baby's gone. Mountcastle does it again.
Recorded a strikeout in 19 of his last 21 games he's appeared in.
Ground ball through on the left side off the bat of Mountcastle.
Toronto. So Blue Jays, this could be bad news for you.
And that one is very bad news. Out to deep left field, and this ball is gone. That is hit well again. Center field this time. Varsho looking it back, and wow, that one went way up there.
The gate here, let it eat.
That is pulled through the left side. So there's the 3rd hit for Mountcastle. He's
A lot of advanced work,
That's in the air to right. DeLuca pushed into the corner, giving it a look, and he leaps into the air, and it's gone. Got it in play, flared towards center, and in for a base hit.
Base hits just yesterday alone. It's incredible.
That's whistled into left field. A sharp base hit.
Smiling beside Bautista.
0-1, taking the other way. Mountcastle's got a 2-hit day. Kimbrough will have the ninth. Mountcastle digs out a slider. It's off the glove of the shortstop, Barcia, and he does not have.
He's much cuter than you. He's a lot cuter.
Up the middle, a base hit, Ryan Mountcastle. Part of the reason I'm here and love this game so much. Left center, that's dug out. Mountcastle's got a hit.
Orioles released him. He went back to the Yankees. And
on the ground through the left side, Ryan Mountcastle finds it. 3-2 for Mountie. That ball's cracked into right. Soto going back. It's over his glove. Up against the wall. Mountcastle with an RBI double. And he's going to try to get to third on the bobble by Soto. And he will. These series, these games as important as any. Mountcastle drills it into center field. He hit it so hard. Mateo.
That maybe they would try to be more patient.
Ryan Mountcastle down to third. That's a fair ball inside the bag. Headed for the left field corner. 2 runs have scored. Rutschman trying to make it 3. And he is.
There's some pretty wide fairways out there, but I haven't seen one that wide.
Mountcastle right side. That ball's drilled, and Ryan Mountcastle knocks it to the wall. His second hit of the game. The 0-2. Mountcastle center field. Get down. And it will base hit. An RBI for 3-2. Adley at third. Mountcastle right field. There's a base hit. It will split Myers and Cabbage. Mountcastle heading for second, and it's Mountcastle, the first of the 4 Orioles strikeouts. And Mountcastle socks a breaking ball the other way for a base hit. See if Ryan Mountcastle can take advantage of it, and he can. Right field base hit. Barlow to end the game. Cleveland pitcher struck out 13. Mountcastle sharply hits one through the middle here. There's a base hit. Not many teams are out of it by the start of August. Mountcastle jacks one into center field. That ball is off the fence. Another well-struck ball. McCann gets the wave around third. Throw to the plate is. Ryan bouncing ball. This time he got it through the right side. Cowser will go for third. Rodriguez comes up firing, and Cowser.
Try to do that here and get a double play. 2-1 is on the ground towards the hole. It's short, a base hit.
Deserves to be there as a reserve. Mountcastle smokes one the other way for a base hit. Ryan Mountcastle scores. Ryan O'Hearn. Thought I lost it. Right side, that's the ball inside Alvarez. Grayson coming off a brilliant start in Seattle. Mountcastle, high fly ball, deep center field. Cameron will watch it go. There's the first home run. Offense is typically a little down overall. Another ball hit hard, and this one is struck fair.
Well, yeah, he kind of weathered the storm. Had 3 rough starts in a row, but
slicing into right from Mountcastle. That's a base hit. Mountcastle's 3 for 3. It hasn't always been pretty. Mountcastle right side and down. It gets past Suzuki. First hit, it'll be more than just a base. Mountcastle belts it up the middle for a leadoff hit. They don't get one here. Their last was Westburg on Tuesday. Mountcastle sprays one over Volpe.
into the opposite field for a base hit. He is looking to do damage.
Reaches down to get a low curveball, and that ball was perfectly placed.
Right there.
And then Mountcastle tattoos one into center in front of Chisholm. Cowser's going to run right in his face, and Cowser's going to run right in. And that ball's absolutely creamed up the middle. For assignment again, claimed by the Marlins. So again, you can find good pitching Little serve job there by Mount. He sliced it inside the chalk. That'll go the other way for a double. With a single, a double, and 2 strikeouts today. Mountcastle, base hit right field, and that will put the Orioles in front. Mullins is coming home. He'll be way out at the plate. Mountcastle to second. He'll be out there.
I was that 6'2", 195-pound twitchy ass. Oh, get down.
He'll get down. Baby. That's going to get in one. Another run coming home. It is offline. Mountcastle hits this one past Kim. That's into left field. That's going to get Santander in. Here comes Rutschman.
Games 3 of the last 5 for Ryan. Trying to bring in the first run, or if not more, and that's going to do it. Center field, base hit in front of Varsho. Everybody had to hold up to make sure the ball. Big issue in the minors and in the majors. Mountcastle elevates it to right field on the first pitch from Yuri Rodriguez. To right from Mountcastle. That is down the line, and that ball is fair.
This is in game 1.
Mountcastle into left field. There's another base hit. Certified Blue Jay crusher, Ryan Mountcastle. Swings at the first pitch. Laces it to right. George Springer will have to play it off the wall, and it gets by him. Start the merry-go-round. 2 runs in. Mountcastle all the way to third.
/@bat for details. Ryan Mountcastle swings away and keeps the Orioles moving. Their 15th hit of the night, and he's looking for another extra base hit.
Mountcastle into short center field. Will it fall? Yes, it will. It drops in there. Cowser is in. Henderson makes it to third. Could be.
Mountcastle shoots one through the right side for a base hit. A lot of trouble with the curveball so far. Back to the fastball. Mountcastle fights it off into right field for a hit, and then it bounces over Springer's glove. Really torments. And a bouncing ball dribbled to third. Stay fair, it will.
Out over the plate again. That's lobbed to right center and down for a hit. 2-0 on the way to 3-0. Baltimore.
The pen. Go up and down like an elevator in the minor leagues.
To right field this goes, and falling down, a base hit. We talked about how
it is available in that series. It's not quite what it's.
That's back to the mound. It's off of Poche, and he cannot scoop it up.
Rios in the 9-hole. That is it. Ryan with a laser to right center. Another base hit. Single, single, single.
No. Got your rock group in here today.
They're not my rock group. Ground ball is short. Squeezes through the glove of Abrams. And that ball is absolutely walloped. One hop to Duran in center. It's a pinch hit run scoring. Kelly in this bullpen game to face Ryan Mountcastle. Ryan Mountcastle smokes his first pitch to right field, clanging off the grounds crew. It's going to get Santander only as far as. So Mountcastle, first pitch on it, deep to left field. Apples off the very tippy top of the wall, hustling into second.
Mountcastle gets a low changeup and lofts it. I knew this. The Yellow Jackets, the mighty Yellow Jackets, not the Hornets. That's a different thing. Down the right field line, Ryan Mountcastle into the corner. That will be a leadoff double. His team.
Mountcastle throws one into the gap in left center. On his way to second. And he is in.
There he is. That ball is rocketed. Ryan Mountcastle like he has base twice. And Mountcastle smacks this ball right through the box. It's another base hit.
They didn't announce their starters. It'll be Kate Povich for the Orioles.
Mountcastle.
Yeah, look at this.
Just top it.
Hart, whose power has gone a little down this year, just tied his career high with number 14.
On the next pitch, Ryan Mountcastle out to right center, and that ball is off the high wall. Commentating, I think.
I try.
Mountcastle,
Yes.
right side. There's a base hit. Rutschman will.
I didn't know. I knew Ben watched Game of Thrones.
To the left side, there's a base hit for Mountie, and it's a
And line to short and a base hit.
even though neither the Tigers or White Sox are playing for anything. Ryan Mountcastle, that's through the middle of first pitch. Swing and a base hit. He is the Orioles' inaugural base runner. Now we'll see if the Orioles can get some 4 base runners. Our Maryland Lottery fast.